fishy, fishy, fish, fish, swimming in the sea. Who will be a fishy friend for my fish Goldie?
Hello and welcome to another Kitty Code Ninja tutorial. This is Ellie and this is your place to learn to code and have fun. In this video, Peppa Pig's fish friend is gliding back home and Peppa Pig needs to jump into the fish tank to be able to meet his fish friend. Now we are going to see how we can make Peppa Pig jump into the fish tank so that they can reunite. Let's dive in. What we need for this is a sprite. I specifically choose Peppa Pig because I like it, and if you want to see how to import it and make it jump, watch my previous video that the link is in the description. I'm gonna quickly show it here, but for more details you can watch the previous video. So I've already have my sprite. You can actually use any sprite that you like, but it's just my choice. So instead I'm not gonna use this cat. I'm gonna quickly create a different custom for it as well by deleting the hands and drawing a different hand, the same hand pointing upward actually. So like this. So I have two customs, and then one more, which is the fish bowl, and the backdrop as well. Actually not upload, but just choose the search, and any simple backdrop would work. It's just the matter of choice. Yeah, let's pick the simple one, and then Peppa Pig should fit in this, so I'm gonna make it triple size, which looks a good fit. So first thing, making the Peppa Pig jump. I've already explained this in the previous video, so I'm just quickly bringing it up without saying anything. The jump is that we repeat 10 times moving upwards by changing Y, and 10 times going downwards by changing Y to a minus value, and it's controlled by pressing space key. So if I press space, it goes, so I'm just like pressing the space key, it goes up and down. Now let's get to the fish. What I want to be done with the fish is I want it to start from here, and then I want it to glide all over to the end. So in order to do that, when the start is clicked, I want it to be in the initial position of this one. So what happens with positioning is if I put it here, put the sprite here, and then I click on the code here, the position is already updated to whatever I want. Now I want it to glide to the left side of the screen, so I drag it here. When I drag it, the position is also updated here, but then I need the code for gliding. So glide 1 second to this location, and I want it to be not in 1 second, but I want it to be maybe 5 seconds, so that I give the pig enough time to jump and show the various things that we want to happen. So I'm gonna press start so that we see what's going on. Didn't glide for some reason, because this location is not correct. So I drag it here. Now I see the correct one, the minus one. So this one should be minus. Now let's see what's happening. I press start. The fish is gliding and Peppa is jumping. But now what we want is, first thing, I don't want the fish to glide only once. I want it to repeat forever so that it looks like it's constantly coming. So I put forever here. Now it's like this. Peppa can jump up. But then I want the Peppa to go inside the fish bowl so that can meet the fish. In order to do that, let's see what we can do. I'm clicking on the Peppa again so that I can modify this a little bit more. So what I want is, when I press the space bar, the Peppa jumps, but then the pig should try to go in the bowl. So how do I know it? Using sensing. So I would say when I put a if condition, an if then condition, I want this change to be out. So out. Come on. Okay. So if sensing, guess what I want to sense? If sensing touching color, so if it's sensing the color of the fish or something in the fish bowl, I don't want this color, so I stop this, and what I'm gonna do is I pick the color picker and then I put it on the fish. So if it's touching this color, then I broadcast a message. Broadcasting is on the event, so I broadcast a message, a new message in the bowl. In a minute you will see why I'm doing it. So I have an event broadcast in the bowl. So this is what we have so far. Just like this. So we already broadcasted if touching color broadcast in the bowl. So I assume that the Peppa has jumped inside the bowl and is touching the fish, this color, which is the fish. Now I want the fish to react to it. So I go to the fish and then I write a block of code, a piece of code for when I receive the in the bowl. If I receive it, I want the custom of this fishbowl be changed to this one so that it looks like the Peppa is covering the fish or is replacing the fish. So first thing on the looks, switch custom to the fishbowl B, and then a small weight maybe half a second. And then switching back to the custom that originally was, so the fish should be appeared again. I go look, switch custom to this time fishbowl A. And also when it goes in the water, I want to also make a sound of like plunge. So I search for it and then I add it to my sounds. When it's added, now I can drag the code, play sound, plunge until done. So let's give it a test. So I play spacebar. I need to be careful to try to hit the ball. Okay, something is not working. Let's see what is not. Okay. It's because the pig is behind the initial state. Right away when start clicked, I want the fish bowl to be on the front. So I say I can either say show or go to the front layer. It might be better. Okay, so if I press start, you see when it's touching the fish, it's making the different, like the water splashing sound. So when I press start, I can jump, and then if I jump quick enough to touch the fish, it makes the sound that I wanted, and the fish disappears. So only make sure that this location is down enough so that when it's jumping down, it's touching the fish, or you can adjust it in the code as well. If you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you won't miss the next tutorial. See you next week.